In America, most people think that they are free to speak, free to do things what they want to do. Sure, you can do things freely, move around freely, but I have realized that most Americans, except those who got hold of the justice system, those who have lots of money that they can buy the justice system on their hands, they're free. They're free from everything to move around. But other than that, those people who are the most average Americans trying to survive in America, paycheck to paycheck, I believe most people in America, we are kind of trapped within the system. The system is designed so rich people get richer and poor never gets to rise up. And I kept thinking, why? It's very easy for a millionaire to become a billionaire, but it's difficult when people are poor who don't even have $1,000 to make it 10,000 or 10,000 to 100,000. It's almost impossible because the system is designed to help the rich people get richer and then poor people get poorer. Think they're free. And I see people walk around. You're free to walk around. You are free to do things. You are free to dance, run around, go clubbing, eat, climb trees, whatever you want to do. But I have realized that people in America, we are in prison. I call it open range prison. The reason why I'm saying this is people are free to move around, but the system has tied them so well that people have invisible metal chains around their necks and their waist. That is invisible, that people don't seem to understand how they're being dragged here and there. They think they can do things here and there and everything, but bottom line is the system has enslaved most Americans, except the top 10% rich people. Every one of us are enslaved and in prison. And let me tell you, my friends, another thing I have realized. People who are in prisons and in jails all over the United States, for example, we know they are inside the jails or prisons. But if you look at the other way around, in fact, they are not the only one in the prisons and jails trapped. Actually, most people here who are, I call it open range prisoners, who are working to feed the rich people, the rich corporations, they're also in prison. Because no matter where they go or where they want to go, they have a metal chains shackled around their necks and on the waists. That I guarantee you can see that once you see the whole system. So that whole system is designed in a way to help rich people, not the poor. Now I came to realize this 20 years ago. That's why I started writing my book, Inevitable Dreams. To be able to get out of such prisons or jail systems spiritually, I had to rise up. I had to grow up myself spiritually. Now, people make me laugh. Well, the system has enslaved more people, more humans in America, for example, where I am, I live in New York, more than anywhere else on planet Earth. For example, in New York City, I will talk about New York City. Because the system has designed to steal money from all the poor people and struggling people like myself. I can't even seem to be able to rent an apartment, one-bedroom apartment or a studio for $1,600, $1,700. I cannot afford that. Therefore, I am also myself, being in a prison, systematic prison, invisible prison, I'm now renting a living room floor from a friend's house to get by. Because the system is designed to steal money from hardworking people. For example, this morning I dropped a customer from LaGuardia Airport going to Manhattan. The total ride with everything was around $70. When I look at all the fees, the MTA, the city charge, surcharges, and airport fees, and this charge, and that charge, all that, almost $20 is going for the city that is stealing from me. I call it systematic crime. They're stealing that money from me, so I get a $50 and they get a $20. It's not like they're paying for my gas. It's not like they're paying for my rent. I'm renting this taxi. So, this is just an example, my friends, how the American system traps people. And how people don't see themselves trapped within their own prisons. You know, that's the idea. I mean, people think, oh, they're free. Oh, America is a great country. Free. They have the freedoms. When it comes down to the bottom, you're really not free, my friends. Most Americans are not free. That's the reason why Americans are not able to travel around the world. Nobody gets a 1 month of vacation here. You would think America, great land of opportunity, would have the system such a way, built such a way that people work hard 11 months out of 12 months, and then the system gives them a 1 month of vacation time so they can enjoy with their families and friends, traveling around the world, learning about the different cultures and meeting different people, and more being a global family, to understand. My friend, that's what it takes to understand life. In order to understand life, you have to be more like open, global, spiritual person to understand why we all, as an individual, make sense overall when in terms of the whole humanity. Why we're all important to one another. You know, this whole thing's about this system. I've been realizing, my friend, again, it's a very dangerous system where they traps you. They act like they're giving you something. You get in there, but then later you realize you're running around in darkness. Something behind you is ready to push you out. And that's what the American system is designed. Rich get richer, poor gets poorer. And the systematic prison they have built. And here's the other thing about people who don't understand where they are in the positions in this life. People who think they're free, yet almost everybody who are working in jail systems and prison systems, everybody who are employed, looking after all these inmates and people who are in the jails or prisons, right? People who are working, from the doctor and nurse to the police officers to the CEOs of the prisons, to everybody who have to go in the jail systems, prison system to work. guess what, my friends? They're also in prison. They spend most of their time working in the prison. That means they're also in prison. There's no difference to it. Every time you work for somebody, you are in prison. Now, have you thought about that? Every time we're working for somebody, we imprison ourselves. That's the difficulty most humans face, and that's the challenge we have. How do we get out of such system where it imprisons us? It doesn't free us. It prisons us. It prisons us. I'm going to witness reason behind why people are in prison in American system. Again, there are people who are in the jails and prisons who are trapped because they did something wrong, or many of them are innocent too. Now all the people who are outside, they think they are free. They think they're living in a free world, but really not. They're also in the prison, that they have not yet seen the invisible chain around their necks and their waist, that they're being dragged right and left, up and down every day, from the moment they wake up till they get to rest on their beds for the night. That's all the freedom they have. The only freedom they have is from the time they sleep until they wake up. From the moment they wake up till they go to sleep, their freedom is all gone. They are dragged right and left by the invisible chain around their necks and waist. That's what I'm talking about. If you see it. See? That's no different than someone being in the jail, in prisons. But only the difference is, the great thing about the people who are in jail and prisons, they don't have to worry about food to eat and place to sleep. They already they're provided with that. So they're happy over there. Those who are outside, they claim to be free, they got to work their asses off from the moment they wake up until the moment they fall asleep. Again, the only freedom they have, that we'll ever have, is from the time they fall asleep until they wake up. That's the only freedom they got. So it's time to wake up, my friends. And let me tell you another thing. Why did they create in America so-called minimum wage? I used to wonder why there's minimum wage. I was making $4.25 per an hour, working hard. Then I realized, well, $4.25 per an hour with the job, I could never make my life. That was the awakening moment for me. That's what changed my life, what I became today. So the reason why all these rich people, well-established rich people on top, the reason why they enforce the law with the government, with the court system, passing the law by saying, well, we can get by with this justice system by paying people minimum wage. Hello, everybody. So what they're doing is basically, oh yeah, we can enslave people by using them and abusing them, by using their time, buying their time, and so we get to be richer. So all the people working for minimum wage, my friends, that's what the system is designed for. They're saying, well, we don't want to give you more than minimum wage, so you can barely struggle and barely survive in this lifetime, so you can still beg for us. So keep begging. And that's what the system is designed for. Saying, yeah, you have to depend on us. You got to keep being beggar for the rest of your life while we get higher and higher, while we become richer and richer. You see? You see how they enslaved you? See how they are using you? You see how the system, the corporation's whole system is using and abusing you? Think about it, my friends. Wake up. Now I hope this makes a clear sense. It's time to wake up for all of us. It's a learning process, my friends. The only way I realize to be able to get out of this systematic prison system in America, I decided to follow my compassion towards writing, and that's really what has freed me, what has given me the freedom. The only way to save myself from this American prison is by living a life beyond what happens around us or around me. So my friends, you have to wake up. You look things around and you wonder yourself where you are. It's so important you find yourself where you stand, and it's so important that you come out of this invisible system of imprisoning people. Free yourself. Don't get caught up in running around with the rat race world, man. And you'll end up nowhere. What's there for you? You have to worry about for yourself. You got to build yourself. You got to nurture yourself. That's why I'm here to give you some uplifting advices from my own experience. For now, thank you for listening for my YouTube channel, my friends. And until the next time, I'll share more stories. Take care for now. Namaste.